So what we're working on today is a basic repair for a glued reback. And as you can see, the book spine has been torn and split on the sides. So what we're going to do is remove the spine by cutting it off. So we're using a straight edge knife today, and we're cutting about an eighth of an inch from the spine. And then we turn it over and do the same on the back. Just straight edge, straight line. And then we're going to use a lifting knife and just remove the cloth from the outside of the book. We just gently insert it underneath, and we're able to lift the cloth right off the book. You don't want to insert it very far. Usually it's not glued on the spine, so it does pop off. And then if there's anything loose or fibers there, you just want to remove those. Now, what we need to do is measure for the replacement spine. So we're measuring from shoulder to shoulder. And we're just using a piece of scrap paper. And then we're transferring the scrap paper, the marks on the scrap paper, onto the spine stiffener. Spine stiffener is a 10-point paper with about the thickness of a file folder. And then we take it over to the board shear, which is used for cutting. And then we take it, and what we're doing here is just measuring for the height of the spine. It's important that the spine stiffener is the height of the boards and not the height of the text block, which is just a little bit smaller. And then just checking it twice, just to be sure. And then we're using a book cloth, generally known as buckram, and we're just measuring it and having about a half an inch an extra half inch on either side, so that we're able to use that half an inch for a turn-in. And we're just measuring it out on a cutting board. It's up to you if you want to use the same color or use a different color. And you choose your buckram. So here we're just reinforcing the turn-ins. It's just by rubbing it along the edge of the board, you know exactly where the turn-ins are going to be. and then just taking it and folding it over again. This is just something that doesn't take hardly any extra time, but to do it, but it really gives it a clean edge. So then we've got our spine stiffener, and it should fit evenly and right up against the edge. So we take a little scrap paper, and we're going to begin with gluing out the cloth. And we use a PVA, a polyvinyl acetate glue, which is a little bit thinner than your average, say, an Elmer's glue. I like to start in the middle and glue it out. Start in the middle and work your way out. So then you're placing the spine stiffener right in the center and rub it down. What we've done is place the book into a hand press, which I like to call like a third hand, so it allows the book to fit snugly inside it, and then you have both your hands to work on the book. So I'm just lining it up to make sure it's where we want it to be. The shoulders are where we want it to be. And then rubbing it down securely. And then we're using a bone folder just to rub down the crease. Bone folders can be made of animal bone. They can also be like this one, a synthetic bone folder, and this one is made out of Teflon. So what we're going to do for the turn-ins, because we want them to fold over, is we're just going to cut a triangle-sized piece out. And you can see when we pull it out, we're going to bend it up and cut that triangle-sized piece out. So you've got a nice smooth edge. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. This allows the buckram to fit securely and smoothly against the book and not have it bunched anywhere. And then just take the scissors and trim the corners. And then take the item, open it up, and with your bone folder, it'll fit snugly right down into the spine, inner spine. And just rub it smooth. go ahead and do the same thing at the other end. Sometimes people ask what kind of scissors we use. You can see the Fisker's name there. We're using Fisker scissors today. They seem to last a long time. And you can see the little triangle. Whoops, it just slipped under the book. So I'm just, again, trimming the top. There's the triangle. And tuck it in nice and neat. If you do bunch up the cloth, sometimes you will see a little bump there. It won't be as smooth and clean as you like. And then again, use the bone folder just to reinforce and smooth the area that we glued. And there you go. The old cloth has been replaced with new cloth, and you don't want to forget the original outer spine. So the first thing you do is remove the paper that it's attached to, and I just do it very slowly and carefully. I take it off, and then with the scissors, or sorry, with a ruler, you just trim it to just a hair thinner than the width of the spine with our straight edge knife. It's important to change your blade if you start to notice that it's getting dull. A sharp blade is important so you get a nice clean edge. And you're not always able to use the original spine. Sometimes it falls apart. But you go ahead and glue that out. One thing you need to do is check to see which is the top and which is the bottom, so that you get the spine on the book in the correct direction. You don't want to have a beautiful repair and find that your spine is upside down. If there's a little bit of extra glue, you can wipe it off. And then rub it down with the bone folder again to make sure everything is adhering properly. And there you go. Your book should get many more years out of it. So this has been part of the Syracuse University book repair video series.